Hello friends, I am your friend Manoj from Paras Adenium. Today we will talk about a plant whose name is Bougainvillea plant. Today's video is based on Bougainvillea plant. In this we will tell you how you can plant Bougainvillea plant at home and how to get beauty in your garden from it. Before starting the video, you are requested that if you like our video then you should subscribe our channel and set the bell icon to also that the notification of our other upcoming videos can reach you first as well as the video. Like and comment and tell us how you liked our video. So let's start the video on the topic of complete introduction and care of Bougainvillea plant. If you are looking for a tough tropical vine with lots of color, you've found it. Bougainvillea plants are tough as nails, which includes their nail-like thorns. These plants put on a spectacular show of color in spring on their fresh new growth. If you are thinking of planting a Bougainvillea in your garden, be sure to allow plenty of room for it to spread and grow. Some varieties reach 40 feet. What many people think of as the blooms of Bougainvillea aren't actually blooms at all. The showy paper-like structures are a modified leaf called a bract. These bracts hide the actual flowers inside, which are small and trumpet-shaped in whites and yellows. The showy bracts are typically found on new growth, with the showiest display following their winter dormancy. Normally, you'll see the best blooms following a dry winter. Bougainvillea overview. Genus name - Bougainvillea. Common name Bougainvillea. Plant type - Vine. Light - Full sunlight. Height 8 to 20 feet. Width - 10 to 40 feet. Flower color orange, pink, purple, red, white, yellow. Foliage color blue-green. Season features: fall bloom, reblooming, spring bloom, summer bloom. Special features - attracts birds, good for containers, low maintenance. Zones - 10, 11, 9. Propagation. Stem cuttings. Problem solvers - drought tolerant. Where to plant Bougainvillea? Bougainvillea plants are tropical plants that thrive in hot, dry climates. In areas colder than Zone 9, they are grown as annuals or container plants. In the garden, plant this woody climber next to a fence or supply a trellis or other support. Pink flowers, barn door, white rocking chair. Ed Gohlich. How and when to plant Bougainvillea? In the garden, plant these South American natives 6 to 9 feet apart in well-draining soil and away from other plants to give them room to grow. Because they have sharp thorns, locate them several feet away from a walkway or other area of activity. Plant Bougainvillea in the garden in spring or summer, which gives the plant time to develop a strong root system before cool weather. Bougainvillea care tips. Light. Bougainvillea needs plenty of sun. Some varieties can handle part sun, but won't perform as well as they could in full sun. In less than full sun, plants will be much more sparse and have a less spectacular flower show, if any at all. On the other hand, keeping your Bougainvillea in full sun will keep your plant blooming. Soil and water. If you plant Bougainvilleas in the ground, make sure they have well-drained soil. They don't like to remain wet for too long. This plant likes it dry, so water it deeply every 3 or 4 weeks, rather than more frequently. If you haven't had a significant show of blooms recently, try giving your plant a drought period by withholding water. This can sometimes trick your plants into a dormancy period and trigger blooming. If you are using Bougainvillea as an indoor houseplant, Plant them in moist, well-draining potting soil and keep the plants mostly dry during winter. Best soil for Bougainvillea in pots. The potting mix needs to be rich with excellent drainage. You want your Bougainvillea to take the moisture it needs and drain all excess. The blend is 3/4 good quality potting soil with a quarter compost and DIY succulent and cactus mix. I also added a few handfuls of chunky pumice in the top 1/3 of the planter for more drainage. Temperature and humidity. In the garden, this plant performs best when the temperature is at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit and it tolerates temperatures as high as 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It thrives in dry conditions. When Bougainvillea is grown as a houseplant, it likes high humidity of about 50% during the blooming period and lower humidity during the winter. Fertilizer. Bougainvillea is a heavy feeder. Fertilize the plant monthly during its active growing season. Scratch a granular fertilizer into the soil and water well. If you can't find a dedicated Bougainvillea fertilizer, use a 19 balance NPK general purpose fertilizer. Pruning. If your plants are getting out of hand, pruning and maintenance are best done in the fall before a new growth cycle. You can also periodically trim rangy stems as needed throughout the year. Pests and problems. The biggest threat to Bougainvillea plants in the garden is the appropriately named Bougainvillea caterpillar. This 1-inch caterpillar dines on the leaves of the plant, leaving them looking ragged. You probably won't see this pest because when you touch the plant, the caterpillar falls to the ground. If you see leaves that have been munched on, you can treat the plant with a control such Bacillus thuringiensis. Training Bougainvillea. When looking for a home for your Bougainvillea, think about how you plan to train it. These vigorous growing plants can quickly take over a wall or garden area, but they can be trained and maintained to fit the desired setting. Bougainvillea can also be used in containers and trained as a shrub or sprawling ground cover. Because of Bougainvillea's woody habit and vigorous growth, these plants lend themselves well to being manipulated in various ways. The most common, especially in tropical areas where plants are hardy, is to allow these plants to climb walls and trellises. This is the simplest way to display the wonderful blooms of Bougainvillea. They can also be used in hanging baskets with minimal care. Because these plants don't have tendrils, they need some coaxing, but no training is necessary as a hanging basket plant. Types of Bougainvillea. Barbara Kirst Bougainvillea. Jeffrey Ricus. Bougainvillea Barbara Kirst is an especially popular variety with large clusters of red bracts all summer and autumn. Climbs to 40 feet. Zones 9 to 11. California Gold Bougainvillea. Denny Schrock. Bougainvillea California Gold is one of the best performing yellow flowering Bougainvillea varieties. It begins blooming at an early age and produces warm yellow bracts on and off through the year. It climbs to 30 feet. Zones 9 to 10. Juanita Hutton Bougainvillea. Denny Schrock. Bougainvillea Juanita Hatton offers bold fuchsia pink flowers in summer and green leaves dotted in gold. It climbs to 20 feet. Zones 9 to 10. Sundown Orange Bougainvillea. Denny Schrock. Bougainvillea Sundown Orange offers bracts that begin deep orange, fade to coral, and mature to salmon pink. It blooms in summer and climbs 20 feet tall. Zones 9 to 11. So now you must have understood how to grow Bougainvillea plant at home. If you liked this video, then please share it. Stay connected for information about other such plants. Just keep these few small things in mind. Your plant will always enhance the beauty of your house and will also provide you with beneficial and pure air. This is the end of today's video. Let's meet in another video to talk about the care of another plant. Till then, bye friends, happy gardening.